On the internet, there's no shortage of cooking videos. And why would there be? Cooking videos do absolute numbers no matter the platform. This is especially the case on Instagram, the platform most used by the person we're talking about today. What if I also told you that this person committed such heinous, such vile, and some would even say dubious acts that would make the likes of someone like the Austrian painter himself blush? Well, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, this person didn't commit such things. But regardless, I want to talk about them today because, well, why the fuck not? And also, this whole thing is just an interesting case on how so much hate can be conjured from literally doing nothing wrong. Also, if I could be completely honest, it's a little bit funny. It's kind of funny, okay? The comments are kind of funny. Yeah, y'all need to we'll get into it. Y'all see what I mean in a minute, bro. This is the story of Instagram's most hated chef, Chef YRN. Okay, so for the sake of my sanity, and because this is my first time doing this on the channel, the research I've done for this video will be just pretty much surface level and not really depth at all. This is just like a little warning here, so you have been warned. Okay, don't expect anything too brain ovulating. I don't know if that's a word or not, but we'll go with that. Okay. And that being said, let's start from the very beginning, and by that I mean his beginning on Instagram. Chef YRN, or Chef underscore YRN, is a chef based in the glorious city of Cincinnati, Ohio. Chef Urine first posted under his main page in August 26, 2022, which he shows a video of a taco bar with the caption, "First catering ... taco bar!" exclamation mark. If you look at this post, even now, you'll get more recent comments with banger lines like, "He just bought groceries for them," and "Nick's been serving that dookie since day one." And we can't even forget my personal favorite, "God loves a trier." Yes, listen, amen, brother. However, it wasn't until June 14, 2023, where Chef Urinal Cake would post his monstrosity of a reel on his page in which he shows off his quote-unquote spaghetti bake and garlic bread for a whopping $13 with, get this, a small delivery fee of $5. Listen, man, I get it. Inflation.
This is inflation.
Are you sure?
This is inflation.
Are you sure?
This is tic-tac. This is tic-tac.
Holy titty boy. You down lost your fucking marbles if you think anyone sane is paying for that little ass scoop of dookie cheese with a single pepperoni on top and store-bought garlic bread. This video until this point would be his biggest one yet, garnering over 1 million views at the time of this recording, and like before, the floodgates of hate would come flooding in. Thousands and thousands of comments would come in shitting on and insulting his cooking skills and pricing for what people seemed unfair. But to be fair, most of said people probably wouldn't even have bought from him anyways in the first place. This probably has to do mostly with the fact that, well, they don't really live near him, but also his first set of videos are starting to cultivate an audience of haters slash trolls. And if you look at Chef's urinary infections comments, I would say it's like 75% shit talking him, whether because they legit think his food and prices are horrible or just, you know, for the memes. Hell, even his more recent stuff still contains a decent amount of hate comments, just less due to his popularity dwindling. Chef Golden Showers would still continue posting despite all the hate comments and would average 400 to 200k views on his videos, with rarely hitting 1 million views on a few of his videos. All of this leading to his biggest video yet. Published on August 10, 2023, Chef R. Kelly would post this.
It's your boy, Chef Iran. Today we got that chicken Alfredo. We got that spaghetti bake. We got a sale going on, buy one, get one half off. You get 2 pieces of garlic bread. Boom, boom, boom. And then we got that spaghetti bake. 2 pieces of garlic bread. Tap in, get at me.
And I mean, it's not really much different from any of his previous videos or his first video that blew him up, or really any video for that matter. But nonetheless, this video will rack up over 2 million views with a respective 48,000 likes, which I don't know about you, but that seems a bit low. To be honest, this could be from the lack of engagement or the hate he receives, considering he has a fairly active comment section of him getting roasted. My money is definitely on the latter here. Chef Pee Pee Poo Poo would overtime. Yo. Yo. Chef Pee Pee Poo Poo would overtime post more and more whatever the fuck this is.
It's your boy Chef Arent. 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 It's your boy Chef Arent.
With the occasional menu and pictures of himself. I gotta admit, the man be drippy sometimes with these fits. Sometime later, Chef Yellow Snow would post his very first video on his YouTube channel that goes under the name YRNTV, in which he answered questions and gave advice. Not much happens in this video, just the usual Q&A type of things. And I thought I would just include this in just to throw some additional info about him. Chef Catpiss still posts today, pulling a decent audience considering he has 30,000 followers, but I am remotely the same from his glory days. With a decrease in views, you would think that he would knock some of the hate off of him, but that's not really the case. Granted, if you have less viewers, then by sheer numbers, I guess you would have less haters, but they wouldn't totally disappear, or at least not in Chef Dick Cheese's case.
Yeah, I'm literally cleaning up right now. Literally just got done cleaning my whole kitchen, everything. So I'm just, man of my business watching the podcast.
This part will be broken down in 3 sections. First being why people hate him. Second being, is the hate even justified? Last being, is the hate a good or a beneficial thing for Chef Ukulele? The last one seems to be an obvious no, but I'm going to be playing devil's advocate and give my personal opinion on it. Why the hate? As we can see in the videos, Chef Urinal's cooking doesn't look the most appetizing, but truthfully, it's not that bad either. Just very mediocre, let's say.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Also, the fact that the prices are high and the portions are low, on top of the quality, is really just, casting a recipe for disaster. You can start seeing why people don't really like Chef Urethra too much. Plus, I mean, it's Instagram, so, there's that. So now that we know why people riff on him a lot, is it justified? I guess we could go down a whole rabbit hole in a philosophical. Woo! I'm getting that the year award for sure at this rate. This is and a We got Chef Piss Piss and we got Chef over here, guys. Philosophical fucking Christical, suck my dickical, philosophical fucking I'm done. Philosophical philosophy. Let me just look. Philosophical. I guess we could go down a whole rabbit hole in a philosophical way of saying is hate in general justified, point blank period, to anyone. But for the sake of time and preventing headaches, I'll skip this and go to is it understandable on why he gets this much hate. To this, I say hate, yes. The sheer amount of hate, Absolutely not. If we really step back and take a look at this whole situation, at the end of the day, we are left with some dude on the internet trying to make an honest living off of selling or catering food to people. Whether or not the prices or portions are outrageous doesn't really matter, considering we live in a capitalist society where if people buy your goods or services at a certain price and they are fully aware on what they're getting, then that is what certain people value it to be. View it this way: if people think it's too ridiculous to pay for it, then the business will go out of business. It's just that simple. That being said, we also live in a society, or I should really say on the internet in this case, where for the most part, if someone has grievances or takes, they are fully in their right or allowed to air it out, even if sometimes it's said in a distasteful manner, let's say. So basically, a few haters, sure, a shit ton of haters, seems a little bit wild to me, but again, this is Instagram, so I mean, listen, shit's still kind of funny though, okay? It's still kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie to you. I be giggling a little bit. I be releasing a few chuckles reading these comments. Just throwing it out there, just to be honest with y'all, okay? I ain't gonna hold it back for real. Finally, is the hate good or beneficial? Since I don't have the man in front of me, I am going to do my best to view this in the most objective way possible and cover all aspects of this to my best ability. I think most people don't like to receive hate. Call me crazy, guys, but I do have a hunch. Hate doesn't feel nice when it comes from individuals or when it's being magnified 100 times over by a bunch of randos online. However, when you add the X factor of money in the form of revenue or sales, then things aren't as black and white to some people. Like mentioned before, I don't know how much money Chef Lemonade Squirter was making because, well, I don't have him in front of me, but there is no way the attention he was gaining on his page didn't bring him more clients or collabs his way. It's also the case that some people really like the attention. I want to say, I don't think that applies to our boy here, but remember, I am just playing devil's advocate here. The good old saying of all publicity is good publicity seems to be fitting here. However, I would like to end this section by saying, me personally don't think this saying is an accurate one in the long-term sense, because sure, you'll have a bunch of bandwagoners jumping on you and interacting in your comments, thus exposing your content even more so to the algorithm. The issue is haters tend to not stick around much due to the simple fact that, well, it gets boring to hate on someone for the same old thing. Although, like I mentioned before, he still has loyal haters even today. His views clearly prove that this isn't a very reliable way to maintain an audience. Chef yeast infection overall didn't do much wrong per se, but it so happened to be one of those situations where the environment and conditions were met to cause such a shitstorm of hate. And although some would argue he would fuel the flame of said storm, I don't think he was doing it intentionally, and more so people were looking to find something to be mad at, and because he was gaining attention to his business, he most likely just thugged it out and kept doing what he does best, which is making abominations, I guess. Come on, bro. You can't be out here selling Chef Boyardee with some damn Kraft singles covering it and topping it off with a single damn pepperoni and call it cuisine, dude. Like, what the fuck? I didn't say this man deserved any kind of hate. I just said not to the extent that he did, you know what I mean? That's all I said, but...
Crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Truthfully though, I want to end this off by saying I wish the best for Chef YRN, and hopefully you have a successful and profitable restaurant if that is your main goal. And you know, we you gotta see, man, like us young black men, we gotta stick together. You can't let these white tea pinkies take us down for real. If you know, you know. Oh, and just don't kill anyone with that heart attack on a platter.